Welcome back to So Making It Up. I'm Ashley.
I'm Jane.
And today we are doing a bit of a homage to, we're using the tech again, obviously. We're doing a bit of a homage to the last year's makes. So we're going to do best makes. Jane can correct me if I'm wrong here. Should have really let you do this bit, Jane. We're going to do favourite makes, most worn makes, and fails. Some of us have got pictures of fails, some of us haven't, because when they fail, they bin them or charity shop them. Oh, I did have a picture, didn't I, of that one that I charity shopped. But anyway, we'll talk about it. So our channel's been going for a year, which is absolutely amazing. So we were just going to talk through, let's say we looked through some of the things that we've done over the last year. We were just going to talk through our journey, I think, for the last year. And as I said, we'll go through some of our makes and see where that leads us.
So you want me to kick off, don't you? I can see in your face that you want me to go
first. Okay. Tell us what you're going to show us.
Okay, so I'm going to do my successes. So when we were looking at these categories, I thought, I'm not sure how much stuff I'm going to have to show in each category, but when you look back over a year, it's actually amazing how much you've made. And it's amazing, I think, how obsessed you are with certain patterns, because some of the things I've chosen, I've then looked in my wardrobe and I haven't made one or two. I've made sort of 5, 6, 7, 8 of the same thing. So that's a little bit of a worry. But yeah, it's really strange looking over the past year, all the sort of trends of your sort of favorite patterns that you keep going back to again and again. And I found it quite interesting with my fails, because there's a bit of a theme going on there as well. So I am going to share my screen. She says, I am going to share my screen. See, I can see it and you guys can't. Right, there we go. Let me try again.
As you can see, we're still doing wonders with the tech.
I have a screen. Share, there we go. Seamless as always. Right, so these are hopefully my successes. So this is the Papercut Patterns Array Top, and I made it in some Atelier brunette fabric. Now I have made, I think I've probably made 3 of these. So let me just hopefully go on here. There we go. There's the next one. I think this is probably my favorite. This is a Lady McElroy cotton lawn. And you can see from the pictures, they look really different depending on what sort of fabric you're making them in. And I love this pattern because it's really quick and easy, and they're actually really flattering to wear. So that's definitely a success, as in I have worn them quite a lot and they always come out. I've never managed to muck one up. Saying that though, I've not made one recently. You know what my current sewing's like, so you never know. Right, so if I just nip back again to this one, this again I would say is a success, because I've been looking for ages. Sorry?
I forgot you'd made that. I'm not sure I've ever seen you in that.
I have worn it quite a few times actually, and this is something that's really nice with sort of boots. It's a medium weight denim. This is a Simplicity pattern 8014, and I bought a denim dress ready to wear denim dress, and it just wasn't really nicely made, and it was a bit sort of stretchy, and I just thought, right, I need to make my own. So I got this pattern and it came out, it was the right size. Again, it was really easy to sew. It looks really nice on. So, and I haven't actually made any more of these, and I don't know why, because looking back, I really should make another one, because I think it's this style of dress that actually suits me, whereas I've been trying to look at other dresses to make and they never turn out right. I think this one, I should be making more of that. So that is the dress. This we've already seen. This one is made from New Look 6524, and this was a really easy hack from a dress. So the dress was sort of a straight down shift dress, but I didn't think I'd ever wear it. So I've just hacked the top. Again, this is made from an Atelier brunette cotton, which is just lovely to work with, and it washes really well. And on here, I've just it's got tie straps, which you can't really see. And on my first version, I made it out of a slightly heavier cotton, and I had buckles with the straps, and we always used to call it my straight jacket top. Because it does look a little bit like a straight jacket, but this one's really, really good to wear. And these tops were really good to wear in the office. Obviously, we don't go in the office anymore, but really good for sort of work wear. You can kind of dress them up or down. And again, this is a really quick and easy make, and was a really nice fit. Okay, so my next one is what I'm wearing today. So this, I can't remember where I bought this fabric from. I wasn't sure about it when I bought it. I thought it will either be one of those that I really like or I'll never wear. And I do, surprisingly, I think, really like this. It's nice and bright. Again, the cotton's lovely. And this is the, which one is this? This is the assembly line puff shirt. Again, when I look,
similar, isn't it, to the array top? It's quite. They're quite similar designs. It's just that the shoulder bit is different, because the array top is just a round neck, and this one has sort of like, I always think of it as a bit of an oriental sort of design. I'm not sure it is.
Nice shape, but yeah, it's got the overlap. And when I looked in my wardrobe at how many I think I've made about 6 of these, which is a little bit obsessive, but again, because they're so quick and easy to make and look really nice in lots of different fabric, you just get carried away. And again, they used to be really good for work. I've got this one on with a pair of jeans, and again, dress it up or down, it's really easy. So that is definitely another success. And again, I've got it in a silk, one of my other versions, and again, you can just see how different it looks in different fabric. And then I have got the Alex shirt dress by Sew Over It. So I actually made this one for a friend. I've made a couple of these myself. I have worn shirt dresses, and the pattern, I think I've put this one down as a success because the pattern's really easy to follow. You can shorten it, obviously you can lengthen it. It just looks really good when it's made up. So again, I will be making more of those. And then the last one I've got is what you called my
bowling shirt.
Bowling top. So rude.
About this.
So this is the Closet Core Kalle top. Now this is quite a boxy one, and I wasn't sure if I'd like it or wear it. And I made this from about 78 centimeters of the striped linen with the contrasting collars and sleeve finishing cuffs, I guess, and the facing insides are made of the white fabric as well. But it actually looks really nice on.
And Jane, didn't the white company steal your design?
Yes, this is. I walked into the white company and they had a top exactly like this on their shelves. Could not believe it. Been around my house again with their cameras, obviously. But again, this actually looks really nice on, and I wore it in the summer and I wore it with jeans, etc. So again, I would say it's something that I wasn't sure about, but yeah, that's actually a success. And that's all I've got down for my successes. So Ashley,
I'm surprised not to see any of your coats in there, because you've made some quite technical coats. You've made walking coats and things that would rival some of the big brands.
Well, my dog walking coat I actually hadn't made this year. It's quite old. It's the Closet Case Closet Core. I'm trying to think what it is. I can't remember the coat name, but it's a really well-known one. I made that a while ago, but I have got coats in my other section.
Oh, okay. Yes. Right. So let me share mine. What am I going to share first? So I think what we'll do is we'll share first of all my proudest make, because I just was so impressed I was able to pull this off. So I don't know if you remember this one, Jane.
That's just something you knocked up over the weekend, wasn't it?
So I did this one for the Vna Museum.
You've come on leaps and bounds, I have to say.
Sorry, clearly I didn't make this, but when I was going through my phone, I found, when did we go to the Vna Museum? Maybe it must have been the year before, or I think it might have been in the January before we started doing the videos, and we went to it was the Chanel.
Yes. Yeah.
Call it category. It's not that though, but the Chanel, it was a display of all the Chanel dresses. They had some amazing dresses, but yeah, sorry, that was just a joke for Jane. I didn't really make that.
You could have carried that off. You could have said it was a twirl.
I think it's a bit better than a twirl. Right, so what I've got now, strangely enough, I've got a mixture of clothes and items. So can you see this one? Is my screen sharing still?
Still on your twirl.
Oh, okay, bear with me then. Let me shut my twirl down. I should be on an array dress. Okay, hold on. Sorry, technical glitch. Right, can you see now?
Yes.
So this is, and apologies you can't see the top of this, but I'm not sure why this photo was taken like this, but I was looking through some of our Instagram feeds, and I made a couple of these. Oh, excuse me. I made a couple of these. So this is the array dress that Jane was talking about before, and this fabric I got from John Lewis, and it was really cheap. It was something like £10 a metre. I really, really wish I'd got more of it, because it's really lightweight. It's good for the summer, and I'm not sure if the screen is picking up the colour, but that's sort of like a very dark green. They're like palm fronds, so I love that. I also made another type in it, which was a Lady McElroy Kenya fabric, which is sort of like a blue and black and white animal print. So definitely that. I love the sleeves. It's very, to me, it's very kimono-ish, because I just like that style. So I think that was definitely one of my things that I most liked.
And that style dress looked really good on you.
Yeah, maybe a year ago, but I think now that I've gotten I'm more rotund around the belly, I'm not sure what this will look like. Clearly my waist is not that small. Right, the other thing I'm going to share. How did you manage to share with it not just showing the same picture as before?
Mine were all in different folders, lots of pictures, but in different folders.
Yeah, mine is as well, but okay, right, sorry, bear with me, and I will do a new share. So you should be seeing some shorts.
Yes.
Thank goodness for that. So I, as Jane was saying, I think we both go through phases of being obsessive and about making loads of something. And I made loads of these shorts last summer. So the shorts are from the Carolyn Pajamas pattern by Closet Case. And what I did on the Closet Case patterns, you have like an elasticated waist, and you can't see very well the structure of them here, but I made a tie waist. So I kept everything the same. I had the length of the shorts, the length that I wanted them. They've got pockets and they've got a tie waist. This fabric is by Coca, and it's from Draper's Daughter. And I think, and I'd show, you might be able to see there as well, you've got the little cotton reels, to hold the fabric down from Fox and Field. because they were, is it Fox and Fox? I'm just looking. Foxglove, they're on the shelf, so just have a look. I think I got a bit obsessed with those as well after seeing Jane's, and then I was just like, must have some. So yeah, I made several versions of these shorts out of plain chambray. I made some of the palm fabric that I just showed in the dress, but so they are definitely favourite. They're probably a contender for favourite and most worn, so I might be encroaching into another category there. Something that is a favourite but is not, and I've got two things here, something that is a favourite but not a piece of clothing was
It's your dog.
is my dog. So I made him this whole woolly outfit, as you can see, to get him through the winter.
Oh.
Are these cushion, the loungers, the sun loungers. So I started doing them probably around this time last year, and I made two of them for the garden. The fabric is was from John Lewis, from their upholstery area. The star is made from it's like a, they call it vegan leather, but it's a, you can sew it on, it goes in the washing machine, you can iron it. So yeah, that was one of my favorite makes, along with the dog being my favorite. And I also made, out of the same type of thing, a cushion for my son. But that's not him sitting on the top there. Monkey doesn't sit on the bed anymore, actually.
No.
Which is so sad. He's still on the shelf. I did say the other day, do you want me to put him in a box? And no. But yeah, Monkey's been there forever. But anyway, this is the same fabric. It's the same. The E is made out of this same sort of vegan leather. So again, that's just favourites, really. I know they're not close. I hope they're allowed.
Bit late now if they're not.
Always the rebel. So shall we go back to you, Jane, and you can show us some of your
my favourites, the ones that made it to the favourites.
Okay. I'm going to stop sharing.
All right, let's see if I can start, shall we? Okay, just get up the right file. See if I can get you back. There we go. All right. Share. Okay. Hopefully,
I remember these.
Hopefully you can see the Closet Core Carolyn pajamas. So I have made 4 sets of these. The full length. Weirdly, I've never made the shorts. Never made a short version of these.
I've made mostly the shorts.
It's really strange, isn't it? I've made them in a variety of different fabrics. I've chosen this one because this fabric was actually quite inexpensive, and it's a shirting fabric. And with the others, I'd used sort of actual piping with cord in, and this is just flat bias binding. But when in our old video, and it is quite an old video now, I did joke that I kind of went a little bit wide with the binding, and it's got a bit of a healthcare worker look to it. But never mind, they're nice and comfortable, and actually they're actually really good to wear in bed as well, despite being sort of quite tailored pajamas, I'd say, rather than loose and baggy ones. The pattern is really good, and the instructions are really good, and again they come out quite consistent every time you make them. And I've again never managed to muck a pair of these up. Now they're not a quick make, but they're very satisfying, and I wear them all the time, I have to say. So that's kind of why they've gone into my favourites list. Okay, next up. So last summer was really, really hot, wasn't it? We had some hugely hot weather in the UK for a change, which caught everybody on the hop, I think, because it never happens. And I'm the Ogden Cami by True Bias. So again, I think I've made probably about 10 Ogden Cami tops. And because it was so hot last year, you just didn't want to be wearing anything too restrictive. So I ended up making about 3 or 4 Ogden Cami dresses, and literally just took the cami top and extended it down and made belts in the same type of fabric. They were really, really nice to wear in the summer. This is a crepe, a really lightweight crepe, and I've made them from cotton lawn as well. Really quick and easy, but actually, well, they look really effective, don't they?
Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. I think but I think you can. It reminds me a bit of Pretty Woman. She has a spotty dress, doesn't she?
Yes.
But
yes.
I think with that type of dress, you can dress it up or down.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and again, I wore these tons. I literally couldn't make the dresses fast enough last year. I wore them tons and tons and tons, which is why it's gone into my favourites this year. This time, I don't know what they'll look like on me this year. But anyway, moving on. So, this is the Sapara Coat by Papercut Patterns. Again, I have made, I think, 3 of these. So this is made out of a burgundy Melton wool. And again, it really easy to make, although the pattern pieces look quite confusing. They are really easy to make and they look really good on. And I've worn and worn and worn them. So they're sort of more of an autumn. I mean, I haven't worn and worn them this year because we haven't been anywhere, but normally in the autumn they're really good, and again something you can wear going out or just every day. Really, really versatile. So had to make it onto my favorite lists.
Yeah, I made a few of those as well, and actually I've got a bit of a miss because I should have put the blue faux mohair one on my favorites, because I'm always wearing it, and whenever I wear it, somebody will compliment me on it. And depending on what mood I'm in, I sometimes just say, oh, thank you, and other times I go, I made it. Depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I don't.
So this one, this is the Francine Jacket by Sew Over It. So I have made quite a few jackets actually, and what I tend to find is that they either they come out quite boxy, or they're a bit too big, or the shoulder seams are always too long, and I did have to amend this. But I have to say that this is one jacket, and like I said, I've made loads and then I've just given them away because I've never worn them. This is one jacket that fitted me really well and looks good on and was relatively easy to make, and is definitely something that I have worn quite a lot, and I think it's definitely something that I'm going to be making more of in the future if I can find the right type of fabric. It's a really nice make because there's lots of techniques. You've got like the shoulder pads, you've got ice wool around the sleeve heads to give it that nice shape. Obviously you've got the cowl neckline. I did this with covered buttons, and you've got the princess seams, and on the back it's quite fitted as well, and you've got the 2-part sleeve which enables a slight shaping. So it's got really lovely techniques, and I say it's not that difficult, so that definitely had to go on my favorites list. And I think that's it for my favorites.
Okay,
so,
back to me again.
Back to you.
So I don't have any silly ones in here. I'm not going to show you something. I did put another picture from the Vna in here, but I won't do that.
Full on Dior dress or something.
Yeah. Okay, so I think one of my favorites are these pajamas, which are the Carolyn pajamas again, and the Cami, I think it's the Ogden Cami top, and I actually have, if you can see, I can't get my leg up anymore, I've got the pajama bottoms on.
Filming in her pajamas, who knew?
Well, no, I'm sort of am and I'm sort of not. I haven't got a pajama top on, but I just thought, well, I'll wear them because you've got something on that you've made, and I thought I'd better put something on I made. So
This fabric reminds me of a test card.
I just need that clown and that weird girl, don't I, on there? Oh, I kind of thought about it. If I was
that is showing our age, isn't it? Actually, yeah. The test cards.
I think this shows my age. Yeah, as we said earlier, the patterns, these patterns are really good. They're so versatile. You can make more or less anything out of them. I've made trousers out of the closet case, Carolyn pajama bottoms as well. I made some harem trousers that you may have seen on some of our recent videos. So again, that was a bit of my obsession. I made lots of those for anyone that would wear them.
And even people that wouldn't.
My other fave is, do you remember, it's like a bit of a show and tell of my family, isn't it? But do you remember the hats? How can you remember the hats? So
well, they nearly made them onto my list as well, actually.
Did they? So this is Mia, my daughter, wearing one of the, I must stop moving the mouse around. You know, you can see the mouse moving around when you're sharing. It's just a habit. So these are from the Nanny Ero sewing book, and they are a sort of Japanese take on a bucket hat. They're cut sort of slightly. So if you look at the hat, it goes sort of, it's longer on one side, so it's not symmetrical. It's longer on one side, and you can either wear it turned up or down. And I got, as Jane knows, really obsessed with these. I was making tons of them. So yeah, that had to make it in there. And the other thing that I thought I would is one of my faves, and it's a bit of a me made one. And I look a bit odd in this picture, actually. Look like I've got a straight jacket on. This was in here because this is a bit of a take on a bat wing top, and you'll remember, Jane, how I got really obsessed with bat wing tops, and I started to just make them everywhere. The only reason this one hasn't got longer sleeves is because I didn't have enough fabric. And what Jane will know is on the back of this is a big square of black fabric, because I didn't have, I bought it as a remnant from, again, Draper's Daughter, and there wasn't enough of it. So I think it would have made a gorgeous cami top as well. But I've tried to get it again, and that it's their old line, so you can't get it anymore. I just love it. It's like a cotton sateen, very similar to the yellow cami top that I showed last week. And
it's a Nanny Ero, isn't it?
Yeah, Nanny Ero, and it's
narrow again.
Sateen. One thing that I must show that I had actually, I had downloaded a picture to show, but I'm not sure where it's disappeared to, is my kimono. So this has to be, I have to mention this, because
what you should do is stop sharing, so you go.
Oh yeah, good idea. I don't know where the picture's gone. It was there, but it's gone. So this is my silk kimono, and Jane will recall how much I got a bit obsessed with this fabric. So it's £40 a metre. So it wasn't cheap, and I ended up buying 2 meters to make this. Then I bought another 2 meters to make a top out of it, and I made a night dress out of it. So if my husband's really unlucky, sometimes I'm in the kimono and the night dress. I'm completely coordinated in giraffes. But it is lovely silk. It's just feels really nice, so that's a definite favourite. And as I said, I think the other thing as well that I've been remiss at getting a picture from, but there is lots of pictures on our we've done videos on them on our vlogs from the past, is the Sapporo Coat. So same that Jane showed, but I got a kit from Fabric Godmother, and it was dark, like a navy blue faux mohair, had a navy blue silk inside lining, and it's just, I love it. It is just, yeah. I think what I would do if I made it again, what happens with the pattern, the sleeves come to sort of about here, they're a bit 3/4 length, and although that's really nice, it's sort of also a bit odd, because it means that either you've got something else underneath showing, and it could make it, or it means you're a little bit cold. So I think what I would do next time, if I can ever get hold of that faux mohair again, because I'd quite like to make another one, but maybe in a slightly different color, I would extend the sleeves. Yeah. And I went a bit mad on what I did, making a couple for my mum. Do you remember? I just, and as Jane said, the pattern is really easy, but when you first get it, it's a bit weird, because it's a bit sort of backwards where you put it all together, but it is so simple, it's unbelievable. So
I have, because I've got quite long arms anyway, we won't go into my name, so I did actually, before I'd made them, I sliced the pattern up here rather than just extending it, so you keep that shape. And I've made mine full length for the exact reason that you've said, because
so did you have to double the length of them then?
So rude. My arms are not that long.
They went off the screen. Can't they, from there?
I'm tickling next door. So yeah, I did extend the length, because I knew if they were 3/4 length, I wasn't going to wear them.
Be like this, going to wear like cap sleeves on you.
Enough, right? What I was going to say was, your kimono dressing gown, did you use a pattern for that?
I did.
I can't remember.
I did actually. It was one you gave me, but it was one of those sort of like random ones that you get from a magazine.
Okay.
So it was a really basic pattern, and I can still remember, because I was so scared about the £40 a metre fabric. I can remember laying it all out in my bedroom, because it was the biggest floor space I had. And I remember the dog coming along, sitting in the middle of it, and I was like, oh dear, Jane would have a fit. So
I remember you phoning me up going, I'm just about to cut into it. And I was thinking, oh, I hope it's okay.
But it was all right. It was all right. I did it. And I double, so just playing about with the sleeves, I double lined them, sort of thing. So the sleeves are actually quite heavy, which I quite like. The only thing I will say about it is it's not ideal if you want to go down and make a cup of tea or something, because it's sort of drapey all over the place.
Catch yourself on things.
Yeah, but it's fine. Yeah, you catch yourself on the door handles and things, but it's fine if you can just drape yourself on the sofa and be waited on.
Let me know how that goes
in another life.
Exactly. So shall I do my veils?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't believe you've got pictures of your fails, because for me, as soon as it's, well, you had one of my fails, that awful top that you put some sort of witch comment on. Do you remember at Halloween, that light blue t-shirt thing, and you did cricket design on there?
Oh yes,
that was horrible.
I'm sure we've got a picture of that somewhere on Instagram.
Oh, Prince Margaret.
So I am sure I've got more fails than this, but I think, well, I know I have.
Picture of you wearing that.
Yeah. So recently I've had loads of fails, but I thought I'd show some of the old ones as well. So this pattern is, I don't know which one it is actually. It's a New Look 6574. So if anybody checks out New Look 6574, the lady who's wearing this dress looks absolutely stunning in it, and the dress looks amazing. The dress is made for a woven fabric, and this was a sort of a cotton jersey lycra fabric. But I didn't let that stop me. I thought it would be fine. Of course, it came out like 2 sizes too big because it's in a stretchy fabric, so I had to take it all in. And it's just, well, it's just not me, ultimately. I
don't think it's horrible, but I agree it's not you.
Yeah. So there you go. I think I've still got the pattern. I don't know if I'll try making it in a woven fabric. It's got some nice details that you can't really see on here. So this is a separate band that goes all the way around, so it does sit quite nicely. And then here it's actually got a raised hem. And it's not gathered, it's shaped, so it's flared out. And I think there's a center seam here, which again you can't see. So all of these panels, there's 4 panels which are all flared out, so it's very flattering. But I think the fabric is just too heavy for it, as in the print's too heavy, and also the actual fabric was too heavy. I put it on once to take a photo in it, and I've never worn it again. So that's a fail. Okay, so
I'm laughing because I quite like this.
So this is the Papercut array dress. This is cotton fabric from John Lewis, and my husband sort of talked me into buying this fabric, and it's quite stiff. It is dressmaking cotton, but it's quite stiff. And I don't know. I've put this dress on and off a number of times, and I've never really worn it out. I don't know. As I said, I've made loads of the tops and I've worn the tops all the time. I'm just not sure if the dress version suits me, whereas the dress version really suits you. So,
well, there's always a home. If I could squeeze myself into it, there's always a home here. But you've probably made
sure
it ridiculous size 10 or 8 or something, haven't you?
I'm sure it will fit you fine. So again, I'm not sure if I'm going to make this up or as a dress format again. I don't know.
But you know what you could do with this? Could you not just cut the skirt off and have it as a top?
As a top, yeah, possibly.
Because I think it's nice fabric.
Yeah. So that is down as a fail. So this is.
I love this. Why is this on here?
So this is the Sew House 7 tea house dress. It's really nice to make. It's got some really lovely features, like it's the lined yoke, it's got the raised waistband, it's got the sort of the slanty patch pockets, and it's got the tie around wrap again. This makes me look like a nurse when I wear it, not in a good way. And I don't know whether it's the fabric or not. There's just something very is utilitarian, is that the right word?
It's
I'm looking
nice.
for. It's
I
just
bet you everyone watching this is saying she's mad. It's really nice, and I've seen you in it and you always look really nice in it.
Yeah, it just reminds me of a uniform.
So you could in the morning put your pajamas on, get in bed, and then come and see yourself in your nurse's outfit.
Just reminds me of a uniform. And and I've worn it a couple of times, and every time I've worn it I'm a bit like and there's quite a lot, you can't really see it here, but there's quite a lot of fabric, because this is sort of quite straight. There's quite a lot of fabric here when it's tied, and I think all the sort of bagginess and things just doesn't suit me.
I've seen her in it. I've seen her in it twice. Once out in the open and once at home, and both times have looked really nice. So I don't know what she's on about.
Yeah, so nice to make, good instructions, really nice to put together, and lots of lovely details, but again, it's just not me. Now, have you noticed the theme here? Dresses. For some reason I can't seem to get a dress going on properly.
Why is this on here?
So this is Nani Nero fabric. This is the I Am Gaia top by I Am Patterns. Yeah, there's something, and I've made a couple of these. There's something that I don't know. It's just.
Is it double
Yeah.
gauze? It's not double gauze, is it?
No, this is a very lightweight cotton linen. And again, the fabric, it's got lots of lovely details to it. But yeah, I just don't know why.
I thought you liked that. I remember you making it.
Yeah, no.
So I've just remembered I actually can show some fails in a minute, because I've got a box on my right that has the, oh my God, what am I going to do with that in it?
So you can just get the whole box out and
I've
go
got
for it.
two things. You've just reminded me, because I've made that top out of some fabric that I loved, and I hate it. I hate the top. It's just not come out at all how I wanted. But anyway, you carry on and I will rummage through there in a minute. I do agree with you.
This is my monk's habit.
It's a bit Uncle Fester.
Otherwise known as the Maker's Atelier Relaxed Drawstring Dress. Yeah.
Just
no.
not you at all.
No. I mean, I don't even know where to start on this one. It looks as hideous on me as it does off, quite honestly.
I would have quite liked to have seen it on you.
Yeah. My husband's face was a picture. He was torn between like, what are you wearing to? Oh, I need to say something nice, but I just don't even know where to start.
But it's funny, isn't it, when things like that happen, because you spend like a decent amount of time making something, desperate for it to look nice, desperate for your time to be put to good use. And then you look at it and think, what on earth? And then you show it to the husband because you sort of just want someone to say, no, it's fine.
It's
and then they look at you with that look, and it's almost like it then becomes their fault that it's turned out wrong.
What's wrong with it?
No, I've spent hours doing this. I'm going to get this out of my box. I can still hear you.
Okay, so this was made even worse by the fact that I made it in a size, which was supposed to be my size. And then I had to take it in. Again, I can't remember which video we were talking about this. It was easily a couple of videos ago. But I had to take it in about 4 inches down the side. I ended up having to practically remake the thing, and it still looked hideous after that. So I'd like made it like 3 times, and it still looks horrible.
It's the frustration, isn't it? The hours of wasted effort. That's what I can't bear. I can't bear it that you've invested in buying the fabric and the pattern and convinced yourself that you're going to love it, and then you get it, and then you know even halfway through making it that it's going to be wrong, but then you persevere because you're not going to give up, and then the finished thing you just think, oh my God.
Yeah,
especially
it literally looked like a sack on me. It just, I can't even describe how I look.
So I've got 2 things here. I've also, so I was saying to Jane before, I don't have pictures of my fails because I just put them in the bin, or if they're made and they're sort of okay, I put them in the charity shop, but I don't want to know about them because of the very reason I was just talking about, is that time is precious, and if I've invested time and effort and emotions into something, I don't want to remember it again if I don't like it, which is why I have a box that's over there that's sort of got some things in it that are okay and other things that are half made and things that are just wrong, but I can't bring myself to bin them, or I think I might find a use for the fabric. So one of the things, and why I was asking about double gauze is I love double gauze, but every time I make something with it, it is horrendous. So this one was, and so it is a little bit creased because it has literally come out of the basket. This one is I think it's a coca fabric. So I think coca is similar to Nani Iro, it's Japanese fabric. And I loved this fabric. I saw it, it's like a grey, the colour is like you see on screen. Loved it. Don't know why, really, it just spoke to me. Had to have it, made a top out of it, and I think even Jane, I might have asked you even to help me with it in the end. And it's a I can't remember what the top of what the pattern is called, but I think it's one of the, it's like a magazine pattern. It's not, you know, it's one that you get with a magazine. And I've lined it, so I've tried to do it all properly, and it looks ridiculous on me. It is not long enough. So I was thinking, well, I'll put a piece on the bottom, but it's just wrong. So I don't want to give it up, because again, that was £40 a metre, that fabric. No, it wasn't. I spent £40 on it. It was £20 a metre, I think. But I know it was expensive. So that's one. A fail that I'm not going to give up on, and it will stay there for years until I find something to do with it. And the other one, and we had this on one of our videos, Jane, do you remember? The again, yes. I think this is Coca as well. It's either Coca or no, it's Naniero. And they did this in different colours. So they did it in the light blue, a green, a pink and a yellow, I think. And I just loved it because I had visions of this being like a dress and it just coming down everything. Anyway, I couldn't get a dress out of it because the panels are very small on the Japanese fabric for a start. The width is very not good. Yeah. And when I sort of held it up as a dress, I thought, well, it makes me look a bit like I should be on Jackanory or something like that, or Play Away, showing the age again. Right. Play Away kids out there, look it up and you'll see what you missed those years ago. And so I made this top out of it, and this is it's the I Am Gaia top. So it's meant to have the things around here. I've messed around with these arm bits because I'm not sure what went on there. And look, you can see it's half finished. I've half done something with it. I've lined it and everything, and I just can't give up on it because, again, fabric was quite expensive and I actually really like it, but I really don't know what to do with it. So your dresses, I think, are for me sometimes a fabric that I see and love the thought of it, but actually when it comes to making it up, it's just not right.
No. Do
you remember my linen phase? I remember when I first started sewing, I was just like, everything had to be linen, and we'd go into shops, wouldn't we? I'd be like, well, where's the linen? Then it went on to silk. You're a bit like it with denim, I think. I think you're a bit denim obsessed. Oh dear. I think we've been talking for nearly an hour on this. I think people might be fed up with us.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So that's our sort of sewiversary, isn't it? That's our year in review of what we've loved, what we've hated, and what we've worn most. Next time we are going to be back. It's going to be a normal video next time, isn't it? Where
it's never normal.
It's going to be as normal as we can get with you. Where we're going to show some makes. So I've already made a couple of things for next time. I'm sure you have as well. I'm sure, because we're this, when is this going to go out? Because we're a bit late, aren't we? We have to apologise for we've not sent this out on the normal Friday because somebody has you know, we won't go into that. So this will go out on, when will this go out, Ashley?
I think it will go out Monday. I think Monday for the start of a new month. It will go out on Monday, so we'll get it out on Monday evening. So Monday, the 1st of February. Okay. So we'll go ahead. Sorry, it's a delay.
And then we'll potentially pick up doing our normal makes videos again. Maybe on that weekend or maybe on the Monday. We're just gonna like go rogue, aren't we, and just see what happens. But there will be another one coming out soon, and it will be more of our normal sort of what we've been doing, what we've been making, and what we're planning to make. There you go.
Thank you as always for watching. Lovely ladies, please keep commenting. You really make our day when we see your little messages and see and hear what you've been doing as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great week.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.